Hello, welcome to Happy Wolf Art, episode 8. This week we're looking at Americana Series of Archie. It's a 4-volume set, but before we get into that, I want to show everybody just a quick image. This is my Happy Wolf Art page, and I have multiple video series. Here we have a book that I've written regarding medieval Germanic kings and their conversions or non-conversions to Christianity. I also have a series of artistic choices. If you're interested in Archie, please check out episode 3, where I focus on some of the typical artwork in Archie, which is a lot of fun. And I have a series called Medieval Toys, where I take a quick look at just medieval toys that I have in my collection. The California Kids is a project I'm currently working on and getting semi-close to being done. And please do check that out. There's multiple videos on that. And the last one is Medieval Comics. I take that back. Second to last, Medieval Comics is also a series where I review comics having to do with the Middle Ages and an all ages comic. So, yes, this week we're looking at Archie, and this is called the Americana Series. It's a 4-volume set. These are fairly thick, and I was super excited to grab these for $4.99 each at my local comic shop. If you think about the price of just a comic nowadays, $3.99 is generally that price. So here I'm getting a graphic novel for $4.99, and it's Archie. Can't beat Archie. So this is the first issue, Best of the 40s. Super fun issue. All of these volumes have forewords. They're really enjoyable to read about the history of Archie. This is one of the earlier images of Archie. He's come a long way. Character development is something I'm very much interested in. If you see this gentleman carrying a chair, interesting technique there. But here's Betty, early version of Betty, the girl next door. And Archie's showing off for her, riding around the neighborhood, walking along fences, being a daredevil. And let me give you just a quick look inside. Here's Archie with his famous car, and Betty driving around. Super fun to learn about that. Here's an introduction of Veronica. Fun little word here. Egypt has its Cleopatra. Riverdale has its Veronica. So that's Veronica. And then here's a fun double page spread. This story is called Archie Double Date, and he's trying to take out Betty and Veronica. I believe, I'm not sure if I read this story yet, I believe on the same night. So all the complications that would ensue from that. So that's the first volume, Best of the 40s. This is Best of the 50s. And another fun read definitely for this. Archie is starting to come into his own, the typical sort of Veronica and Betty nose, this triangular shape, the bigger eyes. And you can see Archie's getting his hair pattern there. Again, this one has a foreword that's very interesting to read. Covers topical things from the 50s. And there's an issue here on dragsters that was a lot of fun to read. Because my dad had a dragster when we were young. That was in the 70s though, but sort of came out of this time. Initially, I didn't purchase these two, 60s and the 70s. I'm not a big fan of the hippies, although there's a very interesting foreword in here from Frankie Avalon. One thing I am interested in are the beach movies from that time period. The Beach Boys, California, that type of stuff. And in his introduction, he gives his analysis of American culture during the 60s. It's not what often the media portrays as far as drugs, sex, and rock and roll. Certainly that was present, but it wasn't as present as the media makes it out to be. So actually, I was wrong. The dragster episode is here in the 60s. So some fun little twists happen in this story regarding Betty, because as you know, Betty has mechanical skills. I'll leave that surprise for you to check out on your own. And let's see, so that's the 60s. The last one here is the 70s, and I haven't read anything from this issue yet. But Archie has always been a patriotic, relatively patriotic series. So here they're celebrating the bicentennial, and Archie has his sort of Kiss-inspired outfit. And I haven't read anything from this one. It's still in its wrapping, so I can't really point anything out on it. But here you see $4.99 Captain Nemo. Shout out in San Luis Obispo, if you're ever in San Luis Obispo, California. And the Archie Americana series, highly recommend. Very fun, all ages series. All right, thanks for joining me. Take care.